I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. After this... So for the Kings, they come in off the loss to Golden State.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys. Hey, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
Rondo kicks to Cauley-Stein. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Kendrick Perkins, at this point in his career, really more of an enforcer than anything. Last season was statistically his worst since his rookie year. Played for a couple different, actually was part of 3 different teams, and ended up in Cleveland after beginning in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and you know, at this stage, what he gives you now, he's really a space eater down low. Still a terrific screener in the pick and roll or in terms of executing of the offense. And when the game gets physical, that tends to lead to him finding a way to make an impact.
Enforcer is a good term to
like
use.
that
Yeah,
one, Kevin.
I do too.
I like that one.
Now here's Freak, defended by Gordon. Back to Rondo. To the inside. It's stolen by Ajinça. Here's Cole. Off target with his 3. The Kings trail by 5. Ahead, here's Rondo. Finish off the break.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Cole, the pass to Gordon. And Anderson has it in the corner. Buries it from 3-point range.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Left side Rondo. Freak with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. Caspi for 3. The rebound by Anderson. Here's Cole. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus.
A lot of face-up, you know.
Well, I'll tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different. Big group substitution here for Sacramento. Caspi, he's checked in for Cousins. McLemore has come in for Quincy Acey. Freak's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Darren Collison. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Ryan Anderson. Norris Cole is out there with Gordon. Then it's Alexis Ajinça, and it's Perkins in at the 4.
The field goal percentage has been bumped up into the high 50s now.
And when you're shooting like this, you should be winning. They're scoring with tremendous efficiency.
Here's Freak, and that's a foul called an Alexis Ajinça. That's his first foul.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Pelicans leading by 12. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors had a huge game. He ended with 11 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
And there are arguments, Clark, on both sides for the NBA and the age restriction it has currently right now. Having one seems to have helped the level of play overall, but I think there's some improvements that can be made.
Yeah, with the D-League coming into its own, though, Kevin, the discussion has opened up again. NBA teams used to not have a place for high school players. The D-League could serve in that regard now, but having a restriction is something that I think has helped the NBA. I actually would like to see it be 20 years old.
Me too. You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package at the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
And with Rudy Gay, the physical part of the game has never been a problem with him. As great a physical player as any other small forward in the league, his one drawback is he can get in his own head at times and not play to his strengths.
Here's Cole. He's covered by Rondo. In the corner, it's Gordon. Pass to Perkins. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And no doubt a lot of players can get in their own head, like Gay does at times. He does so much on the floor, it is odd when he vanishes for stretches of the game. On pure talent, he has few peers in the league.
And the Kings making a change here. Cauley Stein's checked in. The Kings have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Free throw good. Freak.
Free. 2 shots.
And both free throws good from Freak. New Orleans leading by 10. And Cole kicks to Anderson. 24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Gordon with a screen on Rondo. 6 to shoot. Anderson dishes to Cole. Ring shot on the way. The shot is off. Rondo with some nice D. And there's McLemore on the assist by Freak. Freak's got 3 assists now in this one. Cole. Shot no good. And so that's the end of the first half. Pelicans on top. They're up by 8. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
DeMarcus, you guys seem to have a lot of opportunities to score, but have not been able to capitalize as much as usual. Is this something that you've talked to the team about?
That's something I've been preaching on. They're giving us a lot of opportunities, and we got to do something with it. So hopefully we can keep them missing shots, and we can get something out of it.
Hopefully they're listening to your sermon, DeMarcus. Thank you. Kevin?
Thank Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how
Platoon swap here for Sacramento. Some changes for New Orleans. The Kings trail by 8. Freak in at shooting guard. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Caspi. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Rondo in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Perkins with the screen. The feed to Ajinça. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. And it's Rondo penetrating. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
New Orleans making some changes here. Luke Babbitt, he's checked in for Perkins. And it's Holiday in for Cole. Pelicans leading by 6. 1:02 left to play here in the third. Gordon kicks to Ajinça, and he banks in the layup. Ajinça's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Rondo against Holiday. Rondo kicks to Freak. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. That's 7 points for Freak.
Rondo, a master at setting up teammates.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Left side Anderson, outside Gordon. Clock at 6. Puts it up from 17, and it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Freak passes to Rondo. Kicks to Freak. Holiday with the defensive effort. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Pelicans lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is... All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Teams changing it up here. The Kings trail by 15.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pelicans.
Good point, Steve. And Clark, they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
I like their fortitude, their toughness, particularly in terms of dealing with adversity. Anytime things didn't go their way, they just put their nose down and stayed with it, and because of that, they were able to pull away.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Tyreke Evans. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. The shot-blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. Evans and Gordon are the guard set, and it's Anderson in at the small forward. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's